What's good, YouTube, and welcome to the house. I'm gonna start with this man's tournament report so I don't bore you to death with just my opinions on the deck list. So we have Kevin Lopez's first place New Jersey deck profile. I believe there were over 400 duelists there. 9 rounds, and he managed to take first with Invoked, a deck that I thought would be a lot better result-wise in this format than it has been, since it was sticking up to full power Spiral and being the only other deck besides Trickstar to pierce the top cut. We've really seen Invoked kind of take a back seat, but now it pushes forward with a first place of over 400 people. So let's get into this man's tournament report, and then we'll go over his deck list. He says, I played against Spiral round 1, and I won the game 2-0. Round 2, I played against Trickstars. I managed to win 2-1. Round 3, I played against ABC. The game was very grindy, but I won the game 2-0. Round 4, I played against Trickstars. He opened Candina and triple Reincarnation. So we won game 1, but managed to win the game 2-1. Win a game, not the game. So we won against him 2-1. Round 5 was by far the hardest matchup. He played Spirals and played it very well. Game 1, I opened no Alistair, and he had a sleeper on board, so I scooped it up to not let him know what I'm playing. Game 2, I sided to go first, siding Prohibitions and Trap Holes. I managed to win that through a grind game. Game 3 was crazy. I managed to win by breaking his board with Ningirsu, +1 combo that was using Prohibition to stun him from the game. 2-1 win. Round 6, I lost to Spiral 0-2. He used Drone to increase his monster's attack for game, both game 1 and game 2. Round 7, I played against an ABC Demise deck, which was scary because of all the traps it played, but I managed to win that 2-1. Round 8, I played against True Draco Invoked. I beat that 2-0. Lastly, I played against Pendulum Magician in round 9 and won 2-0. Shoutouts are to my friends that helped me get this far. So to Steve, Don, Tito, Patrick, Nick, couldn't have got this far without any of them. If I could change something about the deck, I would change Chaos Hunter for either Mind Crush or Jack Frost, and I would have played another Link Spider. And he said, thank you as well. Let me know if you need any more info. Well, this is still, despite being 8-1 and a 9-round regional, a really good list, and good to see it take it, even if it's by tiebreakers. So let's go ahead and get into this, and kind of my thoughts on the evolution of Invoked as we see it here. We have 1 Gofu, 3 Alistairs, 3 Ash Blossom, a Gamma Seal here, which honestly should be with Kumongous. We got 2 Kaijus. So we got 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Ogre, and 3 Reaper. 3 of each Ghost Sister that we have access to so far. I honestly am not the biggest fan of Reaper, but more and more, as you are playing Invoked, which is more of a control deck, it seems to fit in here better than most other decks. Gamma Seal and Kumongous also give options for fun extra deck things usually, but we see that he's not playing the Water Invoked down here, so Gamma Seal not giving any super extra advantage to Cocoidus or whatever you call it. And we've got Kumongous, which honestly, it's pretty good to have access to 2 different Kaijus even if you're not playing Slumber, because that means if you drew both, you have access to running over the Gamma Seal, at least with the Kumongous. 1 Max C, 1 Spellbook Magician of Prophecy, and triple Eater of Millions. I feel like, if I'm honest, if I'm truly honest, this deck is like Trickstars almost, but with more controlling board presence and a better ability to get to draw engine, because we see this use a lot of the resources that the Trickstars are using. We see 3 Eater of Millions, we see 3 Scapegoats, we're seeing Hand Trap City, of course, and we see Gofu. I feel like it's honestly a Trickstar deck, like the engines that the Trickstars play, but with the Invoked control presence, and I think it really worked out for him. We've got 3 Invocation, 1 Invocation, 2 Magical Meltdowns, 3 Cosmic Cyclones, 2 Pot of Desires, the 3 Scapegoats, 2 Spellbook of Knowledge, 2 Spellbook of Secrets, and 3 terraforming. At first, when I was staring at this list, I was like, 1 blue boy? Really? And then you realize you don't care about Alistair being on the board, and you would much rather draw Alistair than blue boy, especially with these. So like, only playing 1 blue boy, I think is actually pretty spot on here. In fact, if I were to go with any extra pieces, I would go with the extras of these before another blue boy. But at the same time, I think his ratios are so that they don't clog. Often, very, very often when I'm testing and I have the engine for True Draco Invoked, I keep drawing extra pieces off the knowledge, and it makes me so angry that I have to wait another turn to finally get there. And I think he's kind of figured out the ratio for his deck to where that will happen less to him, but still give him the draw power that he's so thirsty for to get into hand traps to play against his opponent the next turn. The 3 terraforming, nice to have in the OCG, so you only need the 2 meltdowns. And we got triple invocation. Terraforming does something natural for you, which is thinning your deck when it's played, but I still, the duelist in me feels like you play the 3rd field spell before the 3rd terraforming. But I do see where thinning the deck becomes very important because you just want to get to your hand traps as fast as possible. That's really some math theory that I'm not equipped to, like, do right now, but my personal preference is usually to do that. But I definitely see with all the deck thinning why you would make that one small change. We got 3 Chaos Hunter, which he said he would change out probably for Jack Frost or Mind Crush. My personal preference is Mind Crush there. Mind Crush has been really good in this format when I've been testing, and you're able to use Mind Crush against basically any deck, especially Trickstars. Being able to just snipe the cards that they're adding out of hand. Oh, that's nice. Just don't call Lycoris. They'll chain it. Don't do that. We've got 3 Prohibitions, 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, which he was saying he sides in, along with the 2 Floodgate Trap Holes. You're never really overlaying for a rank 4 in this deck, so you can't like get the extra bonus for Flasia would give ABCs. We've got 3 Evenly Matched. Going second, obviously, it's needed. And 3 Unending Nightmare, his floodgate of choice, I suppose, for the Pendulum Magician Duelist. And the extra, Buster is here for the Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries. We've got Magelancia, double Mechaba, double Purgatrio. I'm really interested because usually you see at least 1 Raijin. No matter what, you hope your opponent plays a win or you play a win, but I guess there's not a lot of wins for opponents to play, and he's not playing any himself. Raijin kind of has that control factor, but I guess it's been less impactful and less impactful through the age. Purgatrio, definitely, every time I go to a ranked match, I see Purgatrio doing work. Mechaba, your control factor, I guess, that you would want to go with. We've got the 1 Dante also for cherries. This man's was not gonna let BA 2K18 creep up on him. We've got Borolo Dragon, 1 Dakota Talker, 1 Ib, 1 Link Spooter, which he said he would bump up to 2. We've got the misses, the Ningirsu, which he said he did do the +1 combo a couple times. I still call this the Ignister of Links. We've got Proxy Dragon and Spiral Double Helix, also for the cherries. Interesting to note, if like Trickstars are going for a Boroload play, cherries still kind of has the relevance. You're able to slam them for making that Boroload dragon. So cherries does actually put in work against the Trickstars. Like I said, I feel like this is the deck that it fits the best in, especially with his thinning style, especially with his ratios. I think it's really good. I still think it's kind of like how Trickstars built it up, but with the Invoked engine instead, and I like it. You're able to use tools that a lot of them currently aren't using, like you're able to sneak in these Kaijus. You're able to play all the hand traps you want. Eater of Millions, great spot-free removal. You're able to just take care of all of your problems, and it's a free summon on top. Like, if you know the deck you're playing against, a lot of your cherries targets then become like free banished materials for the Eater of Millions. I really like how he set everything up here. So a huge congrats to Kevin Lopez, taking it down with Invoked. Like I said, I really thought this was the deck when Spirals got hit. I really was shocked by like the lack of presence that it had. well, had. And I'm really happy that Kevin Lopez managed to get there all the way with it. I've been missing this deck. I really like the control elements, and I hope he used the ultimates. I don't like doing dueling book screens as much anymore, by the way. If you haven't noticed, I've been requesting live profiles, but first place with Invoked, this man didn't have time to be able to upload it, so I had to give some special treatment. And when you get first place, you get the right road into having a dueling book screen when you don't have time for a real profile. So again, thank you for the time sending in the tournament report, and I do appreciate it. This is my first pure Invoked deck, I believe, in some good time.